5 upcoming co-op games you need to send to your mates right now. Some chaotic, some terrifying, but my goal is to get you and your mates excited for the future of gaming and try to be as positive as possible, as let's all agree, gaming can be very toxic. Let's get started, starting up with a game that has us and up to 7 friends deploying into destroyed cities as apex storm monitors. The city is about to be completely destroyed by an F5 tornado, the most powerful tornado classification that exists, and you have just 20 minutes to scavenge the city for parts, fix your van and get out before the storm destroys everything. What I love about this game is how terrifying and realistic the destruction system looks, and even better, it isn't just a timer ticking down in the background. You'll literally see the tornado physically tearing the city apart in real time. Buildings will collapse piece by piece with debris flying through the air, power lines getting knocked down, and any building that collapses takes all of its loot with it, meaning you can never get it back. So every second, you as a team will need to spend time deciding which building to search first. And obviously, like all these games, the team coordination is what makes it chaotic. With 8 players, you can split up and cover the whole map faster, but it will mean that someone is going to be on the wrong side of the city, screaming down proximity chat when their building is getting ripped out by the tornado. It's built in Unreal Engine 5, so the destruction looks absolutely incredible. The game is called Funnelrunners, and it's coming to PC sometime later this year. Next up, we have a game that is a mix of Lethal Company and Pacific Drive. You and up to 4 friends are operating out of rundown roadside motels, taking on contracts, which is basically driving to creature-infested locations, looting whatever you can find, and racing back to the motel before whatever lives there takes you out. Locations range from derelict cinemas, forgotten summer camps, condemned industrial sites, all of them abandoned and all of them full of things that just want to kill you, and all of them full of loot you will need to get. The car is your best friend. You'll need to keep it maintained and upgraded so that it doesn't break down between the location and the motel. The developers are not Doppler, the studio behind Earn to Die, who have over 300 million downloads to their name. The Road is their first PC game, and they've clearly found a nice gap. It's currently in early access on Steam. I definitely recommend Wishlist in that one. This next one though, I have said it before and I will say it again, it's one of the funniest concepts of co-op I've ever seen. This game is Overcooked, but someone looked at Overcooked and thought, you know what, this needs wheels and physics. As a group, we run a food truck. One of you is driving, the rest of you are cooking in the back of a moving vehicle. And because the game has proper physics engine, every sharp turn, every pothole, every time the driver decides to take a speed bump at full speed, everything in the kitchen goes flying. Ingredients, finished dishes, all of it. Before service even starts, we need to drive to the shops to buy ingredients. So, bad planning before we've even started cooking means the whole one is doomed from the beginning. We're then shopping, we're frying, we're assembling orders, all whilst the van is moving. And if you throw the finished dish out the window at the wrong angle, you don't get paid. The best detail though is if you've got 3 or more players, the driver gets forced into a smaller viewport. So someone else has to verbally guide them through traffic while the others cook, which if you've played with mates on pretty much any game, you know this is an absolute disaster waiting to happen. This game is Hot Meals Fast Wheels and is releasing in early access sometime in 2026. This next game is a must. It has huge French drop energy, but in the best way possible, and I generally love that this game exists. The entire premise of Drunkslop pub crawl is to stay drunk. That is the only win condition. If your sobriety meter creeps up, you lose. So you and your mates are out here scavenging for cash, spending it on drinks, making increasingly terrible decisions, and somehow trying to complete missions while in absolutely no state to be completing missions. What makes it work beyond just the concept is everything underneath it. There are random events that keep throwing curveballs throughout the session. There are actual objectives to complete, which is generally funny when you're supposed to be doing something important and everyone is just stumbling around the screen. And the proximity chat makes the whole thing completely shared time of chaos. It's given the exact same energy as Lethal Company or Content Warning. The fun isn't in winning, it's the absolute carnage that happens along the way. The kind of game where you spend more time crying, laughing at what just happened than probably actually playing properly. Developed by a studio called Gin and Tonic, which I think is the most on-brand studio name in the history of game development. We don't have a release date yet, but it's on Steam to wishlist right now. Finally, the wild card, the one that is completely different from everything else on this list. We play as a tiny, brave mouse, and the world is enormous. A kind witch has fallen ill, and her familiars, which is us, and up to 3 friends, will need to venture out into the wilderness, gather ingredients, and brew the potions that will save her. adventure. That's the whole mission. No combat, no enemies, no horror, just exploration, puzzle solving, and one of the most visually stunning worlds I've seen all year. The game is set in landscapes inspired by northern Sweden, mountains, magical forests, tranquil lakes, and because you're the size of a mouse, every environment feels genuinely enormous and wondrous. A witch's hut becomes a massive mysterious space, a fallen log will become an obstacle course for you and your friends to scramble over. The scale of everything really does change how you think about exploration. We can play this solo, local split screen with a friend, or up to 4 players. And if you're short on players, the shade system will let us create magical copies of ourselves to solve puzzles. So nobody's locked out, of content just because their mates aren't on tonight. It's been described as hygge gaming, which is a Danish concept of cozy contentment. And yeah, I think they've absolutely nailed it. This is the game you put on when the groupies are break from just shooting everything in other games. Hela is coming in 2026 to PC, PS5, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch 2. I highly recommend giving this one a wish list. So there you go, 5 upcoming games to send to your mates right now. Funnelrunners if you want to outrun a tornado, theroad if you want a horror road trip, Hot Wheels Fast Wheels if you want to destroy a friendship in a food truck, Drunkslop if you want to, staying drunk to be the objective of the game, and Hela if you want something genuinely beautiful to explore together. All the Steam links are in the description. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe if you want to see some more games, and let's be honest, let's try and get a bit more positivity going. Drop a comment, let me know which one you're thinking of, and until the next video, I'll see you later.